guys and gals, Paul Burry, Family Film Gaming. Court is in session. This is an FFG Politics on politics over family. I don't know if you've heard about this trend. There's even some psychologists, psychiatrists, shrinks, whatever you want to call them, telling people that they should pick politics over their own family, literally. I think this is absolutely insane. They're kind of like, don't go visit your family on Thanksgiving or Christmas or any other holiday if they don't agree with you politically. So if you are brainwashed in the extremely radical far left school system and your parents are more conservative, you should have nothing to do with your parents, right? That makes sense. Having no family to support you makes all kinds of sense, because once you start down this road, I'm not going to have anything to do with you. What do you think the response will be? Oh, right. They'll go, okay, you want nothing to do with us? You're out of the will. You get no inheritance. Maybe they'll just leave you a Bible. That's all you're going to get from them. So I think some people aren't really thinking this through very well. And especially I find it funny that the people on the far political left who claim to be celebrating diversity are attacking anyone who's diverse from them. That's interesting. I call that a hypocrite. So personally, I believe you can disagree with family. They're still family. Blood is blood. And I don't think people should be, doing that. That's just my opinion, what I feel about that. I think it is a bad precedent to start. I think it's going to open cans of worms that people are not going to want. I mean, think about this. Let's say you're brainwashed to be a radical far leftist and you're still at home. And you start being hateful to your family because you're mooching off of them, and you seem to have this snowflake mentality that you should get everything taken care of for you and nothing for them. What do you think might happen? They might be like, see ya, there's the door. Have a nice life, figure it out. Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't do that. Especially after you can thank President Biden for all the massive inflation. And all of the illegal aliens that crossed the border. He chose to ignore enforcing the law, which I think I talked in another video about Democrats not wanting to enforce the law. I think the more mature thing is you spend time with your family because they can teach you all kinds of wonderful things. And think about that. Who made more sacrifices for you? Think about that. What these radical professors in college and high school and the school system, do you think they made all kinds of sacrifices for you? They gave you food, they gave you money, they gave you a roof over your head? They were paid to do that job. Which, some of us are like, wait, I think our money was wasted on the school systems when they act that way, when they behave that way, and they're, brainwashing the kids into their extremist viewpoint. You might be like, whoa. We work jobs to pay for all of this, and they're taking the money to behave so horribly to us. They're not representing us, they're not supporting us. You might be like, maybe get a little perspective and pay attention to your parents to learn a little more perspective. Alright, that's my thoughts on that topic. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Court adjourned.